The text message sat on Otis's phone like a loaded weapon. "You're next." No signature, no demands, just a promise. Ellison read it once, then again. Threats were supposed to rattle you. This one clarified things. Someone was running out of moves. They moved Emily Holloway to a safe location, and when dark, no phones, no predictable routes. Ellison knew the city's arteries better than most, the shortcuts and dead ends that never made it onto maps. Otis handled the digital side, tracing the message through layers of obfuscation until a pattern emerged, not a person, but a place. A repeater pinged from the industrial district upriver, where a stalled redevelopment project sat like a skeleton of steel and tarps. The river breathed nearby, patient and cold. Ellison felt the old instinct rise. This was where the story ended, one way or another. They didn't go in loud. They didn't go in alone. A federal task force had finally taken notice, spurred by the videos airing wall to wall. Still, Ellison couldn't shake the feeling that someone would slip through the cracks if they waited. They found the control room first. Monitors flickered with live feeds from cameras no one knew existed, angles on the bridge, the access road, the utility room beneath. Proof that Claire hadn't just stumbled into a bad moment. She'd been shepherded into it. A door slammed deeper in the site. They moved. Thomas Gray ran when he saw them, boots pounding metal stairs, breath ragged. He wasn't smug anymore. He was terrified. Ellison chased him into the rain. Gray slipped, caught himself, turned with his hands up. "I didn't push her," he said, words tumbling. "I tried to stop it." Ellison closed the distance. "You set the meeting." "I set everything," Gray said, eyes darting. "That was my job." But Pikey panicked. She had the files, the footage. He thought if it looked like an accident, it would end there. Ortiz appeared at Ellison's side. "Where is he?" Gray just laughed, a hollow sound. "You think he'd stick around?" They cuffed Gray and handed him off as sirens grew closer. Confessions are easy when the walls fall away. They found Pike at dawn. His body lay beneath the bridge, caught in the same reeds where Claire had been found. The medical examiner would later rule it a suicide. The public would argue. Ellison would read the report and see the familiar softness at the edges. But it wasn't Pike's death that closed the case. It was the fourth video. This one had never been sent. It lived on a USB drive, buried, mislabeled, and waiting. Ortiz found it as the sun burned the fog away. The footage showed the argument again, clearer than before. Claire at the guardrail, Pike furious, Gray hovering, and then another figure, stepping into frame from the shadows. A woman. She moved with certainty, grabbed Claire's phone, and spoke quietly. "You should have taken the deal." Ellison recognized her immediately. The deputy commissioner's chief of staff, the person who scheduled meetings, who controlled calendars, who knew where everyone would be and when. The person who had attended Claire's memorial and hugged Emily with convincing warmth. The footage didn't show the push. It showed something worse. The moment before it, when everyone knew what would happen and chose to let it. She broke fast in custody. Pike was a shield, she said. Gray a tool. When Claire threatened to publish, the plan shifted. The cameras, the maintenance excuse, the second car to make it look consensual. When Pike froze, she took over. She wouldn't stop, the chief of staff said, staring at the table. People like her never do. The trial took months. Gray testified. The videos played. Charges stacked up: conspiracy, obstruction, manslaughter. Words that never felt big enough. Emily Holloway sat through every day. When the verdict came down, the room exhaled. Guilty. Outside, microphones crowded Ellison and Ortiz. They spoke carefully about accountability, about process, about how the truth has a way of surfacing, no matter how deep it's buried. The bridge reopened a year later. Commuters crossed without looking down, but Ellison did. He stood there once, alone, and imagined Claire at the edge, rain in her hair, refusing to be quiet. He thought about the word that had nearly ended it all. Accident. The footage had corrected the record, but it hadn't shown the countless choices made before that night. The silence, the compromises, the people who looked away. That part never makes it into the file. If this story stayed with you, you already know why. Hit like, subscribe, and keep your eyes open. The next case won't announce itself, and the truth rarely asks permission.